afternoon and welcome to Wellness Series with Lucia, a platform that gets us in touch with our well-being. We have been challenged, the world has been difficult, we're living in difficult times, mainly because of the pandemic that we're living in. We have our frontliners who are taking care of us on a daily basis, and today's show is really to pay tribute to our frontliners. Specifically, today's show pays tribute to nurses. I'm joined in studio by a nurse from Sidilega Private Hospital. She's seen it all. She's her and her colleagues obviously have seen it all, but they continue to give the nation, the community, patients, love on a daily basis. I'm joined in studio by Mpilo Dube. Good afternoon, Mpilo Dube. How are you?
Afternoon, Lucia. I'm very well, thank you.
I am so honored to have you here. I'm a nurse. That's my background. But at the moment, I'm not clinical. So I don't really get to experience what you are experiencing. But on a daily basis, I see the wonderful work that frontliners are doing. And really, we want to say thank you.
Thank you so much.
Let's start here. How are you? How has it been?
I'm very well. From 2020, we've had this pandemic, the COVID-19. It's been very tough on everyone. Us as health workers, patients, families, the community, and the world in large.
Yeah. And how are you coping?
I think now in 2021, we are really getting used to the pandemic. Though we cannot say we are really getting used to it, I guess it's also getting used to us as well.
Yeah. But just take us through your day. I know that you are based in theatre. So maybe you don't get to experience what the other, colleagues in probably ER or medical wards are experiencing. But take us through your day. How does it go like?
You find in a day, maybe in theater, you have a client, an emergency, and you are told the patient is COVID-19 positive. Obviously, that is a scare. You don't know whether you're going to come out of that operating room with the COVID or you're going to come out negative.
Yeah.
So you just put your trust in God. That is the only thing that keeps us going. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. I fully understand. I can understand. And, once again, I will say we need to keep on saying, because I think that's the only thing that encourages our frontliners to say we see you and thank you. Now, let's take it down. Take us through your day. I know that you're based in theatre. Probably what you go through on a daily basis is not similar to a nurse or frontliners in the emergency room or in medical wards. But take us through what your day is like in theatre during the pandemic.
You see, when you're in theatre, most oftentimes it's not like you are there like somebody who is in ER. Those in ER, they get all the clients like that, whether positive or not positive. But when they come down to theatre, you are really told this one is COVID positive and it's an emergency, and the surgeon will just tell you, I need to do the procedure.
We need to save lives.
Yes, so when you go into that operating room, you're going in knowing that you're going in head on with the condition.
Yeah.
And you don't really know whether you're going to come out with it or not. So really, God keeps us going.
Yeah.
God's grace, God's mercy keeps us going. Only that.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I still feel at one point, maybe I've had it and recovered from it without knowing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So what can you say to nurses worldwide, or even let's bring it home in Botswana, words of encouragement? What can you say to them?
What I can only say is, in this pandemic, honestly, we only have God and ourselves. We just have to continue delivering, our services as we normally do. Because if you put this in your head, seriously, you can go insane. So we just have to put our trust in God.
I love what you just said. The other time I had our colleague, but he specializes mainly on mental health. And he said the same thing. He actually said, because frontliners, you see death every day, you see COVID-19 patients every day, we lose them most of the time. And we tend to sometimes embrace that. So he was saying we need to find ways of coping. We need to find ways of taking care of our mental and emotional well-being. So from that end, how do you do it? Because I'm looking at you. You're looking, when you talk, you're firm. You know what happens in theatre and what needs to be done. How do you do it? How do you cope?
Well, with coping, fine. It's very difficult to say you are going to cope. Mm-hmm. We've lost colleagues to COVID. We've lost patients to COVID. But then losing a colleague is far much more different than losing a patient. Mm-hmm. You're losing someone that you've been working with, someone that will be greeting you every day, and the next day that person is not around. So coping, like I said, you have to find ways of coping. We have to know that this thing is there, and there's nothing that we can do about it, only to trust in God. That's how one can cope with.
And also words of encouragement as well from the nation. I believe I'm representing most of the viewers out there when I say we thank you dearly. We see what you're doing for us. We see what you're doing for the nation. We're seeing what you're doing for this world as frontliners. Thank you dearly for that. In conclusion, what can you say to the nation, in as far as COVID-19 is concerned? Sometimes maybe we need to hear more and more on how to take care of ourselves so that we can be less of the patients. We can be less in hospital settings, and you guys can probably cope a little bit. So what can you say to the nation?
What I can say to the nation or the community at large is that this COVID-19 is here with us, and maybe it's here to stay. We're not sure when it's going to go away. But what we can do, we can just continue masking up. We continue avoiding crowds, because you may never know who's carrying it. I can be seated here and be carrying it. I wouldn't know that. So we continue masking up. And then now we have the government has started vaccinating. I'm not quite sure if they've really started with the public as well. But I
know it was with the elderly. So it's slowly been decreasing the ages.
And then it just descended to the health workers. I think eventually it will go down to the public. In case you get that opportunity to get the vaccine, please just kindly have it and have your body at least exposed to that. So that in case you get the COVID-19, your body is ready to fight.
Your immunity.
Your immunity is boosted up. And also keep healthy, eat healthy. If you have any chronic illnesses, make sure you are checked on it and you are always on point.
Wow. Thank you very much. And I believe that viewers have heard you loud and clear to continue taking care of ourselves, continuing to mask up, continuing to sanitize our hands, sanitize our surfaces, continue to even wash your hands if you don't have a sanitizer. And on from me to you, and I extend that to all frontliners, really. Once again, thank you very much. We see what you're doing, and we appreciate warmly how you are taking care of the nation and the world at this particular juncture. So thank you very much for joining me today, Medube. I'm looking forward to inviting you more so that you can really tell us what goes on in theatre. Because I know that patients, when they hear the word theatre, it brings anxiety, it brings uneasiness. So maybe we need to talk about that so that we can empower them to be, relax a little bit and just know that that place is there to help them out. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, ma'am.
And that was our episode for today. Really saying thank you to our frontliners. And in studio I was joined by theaterist Medube, and she just took us through what she goes through on a daily basis, obviously representing her colleagues out there. Well, from Wellness Series with Lucia, once again, we thank all our frontliners, our nurses, our medical practitioners, our lab practitioners, our policemen, all the frontliners out there who have really been embracing us with warmth and embracing us with reassurance and assurance during these difficult times. From me, Lucia, join me again next week, Wednesday.